What's up, guys? It's Matt, and welcome back to NFL Picks. We're on week 2,
Yep.
and as you can see, I went 8-8.
For the first time in week 1 that I actually got a better record than you.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, bro. You picked.
I got.
I'm trying to think what you picked, and it just kind of got over me. I think it
What?
was the. Did you pick Rams over Texans? I
I
don't
think
even
I
remember.
picked.
I don't
I
remember
think
what
I
you
picked the
picked over
Rams.
me.
Wait, who won that game? I didn't watch
Rams
that
won.
game. Okay, I think I picked the Rams. I think you picked
Oh
Titans.
yeah, you picked the Colts, right? Against the
Yeah.
Dolphins. Yeah, that definitely gave you that. So, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very just games that I really couldn't decide. But man, that game was not even close. We'll get to it. But
Yeah.
before we go ahead and start our picks, my question to you is: do you
So,
think we have more or less like disagreeing picks this week than we did last week?
okay. I will say
We had
a lot of
four
a lot a lot
disagreements last week.
a lot of stuff happened week 1 that we probably expected and didn't expect. I
Hmm.
think we're gonna have a lot of disagreements
And
this
you are
week.
correct.
We're gonna have a lot of
you
disagreements.
you
We're
are
gonna
you are very
we're,
correct. All right.
we're probably gonna have like 4 games similar at most.
Yeah.
Four like
You
games.
know that's a good guess, but I think we got a little more than that. All right, here we
Okay.
go. Let's start our week 2 picks tonight. We got Washington Commanders at Green Bay Packers. Packers are white because they're in their all whites tonight. Thursday.
Mm,
This will be a very late upload just because a lot of crazy shit just happened yesterday and we were in the mood to record. So,
mm.
uh, yeah. Well, I got you picking first in these games, so your response will show up first if you want to like add any extra things. And
This is a very competitive game.
yeah,
Like
dude, this
I
is a
feel like
top five.
these two will go far. That's why I'm saying like these two will potentially be like really big teams. It's like that it's that new rivalry or you want to call it, or that like new like big match that you would want to call it. Uh, I think I picked Commanders this one. I I I was gonna like lean more towards them
Yep.
just simply because I think they're the more complete team than the Packers.
This is a ooh, that's a crazy thing, but you had Packers.
Packers?
You had Packers.
Hmm. Why did
Yeah,
I pick the Packers? Because like I was thinking about it, I was like
I know.
The Packers didn't really like. I mean, Packers didn't really impress me a lot to the point. I think I just picked it for the upset because that's what I was thinking for most of my
Right.
games. Like I picked it for the
So
upset.
this is funny that you think that the Packers against Commanders would be an upset because they didn't impress you. I think
Mm-hmm.
the opposite. I think they were impressive, but guess what? Which is funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually picking the upset.
So you think
I
the
li-
Commanders is the upset?
They both looked very complete. Now I think
Okay.
one played a more inferior, like a tougher opponent. The Packers faced a way tougher opponent, but I still
Okay.
think the Commanders have. I
What
think
it take?
like I gotta go with I gotta go by my predictions for the
Right.
season because week 1 we all know is an outlier. Like the Bengals for the last 4 seasons have no offense week 1, and then they score 40 points the rest of the season, every game.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers 1 year got blown out by the Saints, had like nothing, and then the rest of the year looked amazing and won MVP. Week 1
Okay.
is the biggest outlier in the NFL, and it's hard to go by. It's really hard to go by everything
And you're
that
gonna have to give it
happens
like
week
you're gonna
1.
have to give it like a couple of games. You have to give like a couple of games that actually gauge
It's
like team
it's very hard
rankings.
to gauge even week 1, but you know I think the best thing that comes out of week 1 for a team is the win. You just want to get that week 1 win so you can have a tiebreaker for later if that comes. But then there's also teams that just catch you off guard week 1 and then just look
Right.
shit the rest of the season. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
it's yeah, that's week 1. So we can't go solely based off week 1, but we kind of have. People have to. People try to do it because that's the most recent you've seen a team. So I think both of these teams are great, and I have the Commanders winning the NFC East, which is a pretty hot take. So in order for them to do it, I think they got to get past the Packers and win this game and kind of have a tiebreaker in the playoff race, because I think both these teams are probably going to be in the playoffs. Oh.
They're gonna be playoff teams. It's a matter of whether you think which one will prevail in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I think I definitely underrated the Packers in their record. You know, I think they definitely win this game, but I wouldn't be surprised no matter who wins. Great game. Great. Honestly, we're all winners for watching this game tonight.
Right.
So, that's enough talk for that. Browns, Ravens. Joe Flacco, first game as a Brown facing his former team. First time it's ever happened.
Now, what I will say, these two had the ugliest games I've ever seen. Like
in different ways. In different ways, right?
These two had the ugliest losses I've ever seen. Like, one was just sad to see, and the other was just unfortunate.
Yep. Which is what I got to say for the Ravens, who were blowing the Bills out all game. I was like, I had it on my other monitor. I wasn't even watching the game. It was 41-25. And like, man, Ravens just know how to blow the Bills out in the regular season. And then the narrative completely changed when they fumbled and the Bills had a chance and they fucking capitalized on it. If there's one thing you can count on the Bills doing, it's capitalizing over things that happen.
It's just like y'all. You just had a really good lead. Keep it there. Like, manage clock, and I mean, things happen, bro.
And this isn't the first time we've seen the Ravens blow leads. Like, this is almost their culture now.
Yeah.
I mean, what
it might, like, I'm not here to say like it's gonna bite back at them in the future, but like, if this keeps happening, bro, like, they need to start securing wins.
The regular season, they choke leads, and then the postseason, they almost show up like they don't even show up. So there's issues with the Ravens, and why I was hesitant to ever call them the top seed in the AFC is because of things like this.
And then them playing the Browns just makes it worse because they know, like,
this is an easy win. This is like everyone's survivor pick. You got to win this game. You have to.
You really, like, this is like when you're down in the hole and you need some like a hand to get up. This is the team that you need to get yourself back up in that hole.
You remember last year when they lost by a toe to the Chiefs, and then they faced an inferior opponent, like way worse than them, the Raiders. They come in and they lose last second, like they choke that game. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Browns somehow get this. But there's no way, right? There's no way.
If the Browns somehow just show up and just play their fucking hearts out, and the Ravens can't show up, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like,
I saw.
There might be some talks about like potential other teams getting up the higher seed.
Yeah.
Might be some talks.
Yeah, I mean the Browns defense looked pretty good against the Bengals. That's really they have to rely on that, because if their defense is good and the Ravens struggle with their defense, kind of like they did with the Bills at the end, this could go in a different direction that no one predicts. But we got to go with the Ravens. It's simple as that. Next up, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, I always have the Bengals graphic orange, so I wanted to show that they're wearing their orange jerseys. They're alternates this year, so I got the special stripes.
Is that why
in the
there's
graphic.
stripes on there?
Yeah, special stripes in the graphic. So, a huge game. Both 1-0. And that just means that means one team is going to be 2-0.
I was very close to choosing the upset. Here's why I was so close to choosing the upset. I know. I think you know what I'm talking about, but here's why I was so close. Because, like I said in the last game, the last slide, both teams are very depressing games. You're like, I was talking about the Browns. That shit was depressing. Like, you have a history of losing to the Browns almost every single time. But, like, come on. That was sad.
Jacksonville looked really good.
And Jags look good. Like, they look good in their game.
I agree.
That's why I was saying that.
But it's like I've been saying, like, you can never just count on week one, because the Bengals do this every year. Everybody's like, oh my God, the offense sucks, and then they score 30 a game. like the rest of the season.
Yeah,
We've seen this every time.
That's what I'm counting on. That's what I'm counting on.
I'm counting on it too.
But I was very close to choosing the upset. I can't lie to you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, I agree. I also think these games, like Jaguars Bengals, are always close, always good games. Like no matter the quarterback, like Jake Browning when he had to fill in for Joe Burrow made it a good game and won at the last second. This is never a blowout, never an easy win for either team.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a fan of the team, I have to go with them. But
right.
Dude, I would not. I always said I would not be shocked if Jaguars were the team that kind of upset us in our first 4 games.
Absolutely.
So, Travis, look out for Travis Hunter too and Jamar Chase. That's gonna be a good matchup. Alrighty. Oh, I already got my pick in.
You already picked your pick. This is kind of one of those games where you're like, who would you really say is really the upset here?
Yeah, this to me is an upset alert. You know, like we saw how good the Giants looked in preseason. We know their organization's fired up, but they were no match for the Commanders.
Jesus.
And they haven't beaten the Cowboys in like I don't know, like 7 years. It's been a long time.
No.
So
I'm sure people are gonna come in here saying like, they're just gonna fucking fall off.
But the Cowboys look too good to me against the Eagles to even consider them losing.
Oh,
but I would not be surprised if they get upset.
Cowboys they kept it close. Now I will say the first snap injury was pretty sad. It was pretty traumatic. But like they still kept it close no matter what. Like no matter that. Their main coordinator defense being injured.
The more I watch football, the more I realize like I shouldn't even say this team has no chance of winning because like, it either gets close,
right,
or than people expect, or they just flat out win, and it's crazy to see. But I still like the defense on the Giants. I think they could get it after Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott looked really good last week, so. Just going off the opponents, Dallas just looked way too. They kept it close. The Giants did not. It was not close at all. I did not think, man, the Giants can really come back here. No, I didn't think that at all when watching the game. So, I got Cowboys on this one, and you're going with the upset.
I'm going with the upset. Yeah, I told you. I came into this kind of like. Yeah, we know their history. We know what's going on. We know the teams. I'm just like, there's a possibility they can pull it off. You never know.
And people do have like Cowboys finishing last in the division, so this would be the game to kind of start that narrative. Alrighty, Bears versus Lions. I want to keep this nice and short and sweet. Bears looked really good for the first half. They did.
That's why I like how you pointed out
that. The first half, and then maybe a little bit of the second half because they got a pick six, and then they just had nothing to respond. You have to put that game away. You have to put that game away for me to believe in you, dude.
You can't capitalize
against a team with a quarterback who never even played an NFL snap. He was looking so bad. You've got to at least score to stop that shit from happening. And now you're playing the Lions, who just lost to the Packers, who everyone has in their top 5, and you're probably gonna get smoked.
You gotta get blown out. Like this is one of those games where I'm confident.
This is a team that's very upset with how they played last week. If the Bears win this game, I will say it's probably curtains for Detroit this year. You cannot lose 2 divisional games and start 0-2. I mean, we saw it. We saw it with the Bengals 2 years ago. They started with 2 divisional opponents, started 0-2, and no matter what they did, they clawed back, and they still couldn't make the playoffs at 9-8. So this could really derail your season, no matter what fan, right? No matter what team you are. This is probably the end of your season, right? Because I just realized this means you both are 0-2 in the division and 0-2 in record. This is probably curtains for whoever loses this game. It's gonna be really tough to get back in the playoffs, but I think the NFC is inferior to the AFC, so anything could happen. But
right,
that's a bad start to your season, and I guess we're just both counting on We're just both counting on that to happen. I don't remember if I picked this game. This was the hardest one for me to pick. No.
Why?
Joke.
Why you say that?
I couldn't pick this game. The Dolphins looked so awful on offense, and
Tua's still here.
Tua's still here. The Patriots just looked bad against the Raiders. And I'm like, do we really think the Dolphins are going to be that bad on offense all season?
No. Tua's still gonna come up.
I mean, you picked the
gonna come back.
Dolphins.
Because I think Tua having a bad game is not the worst thing in the world. I think he'll still come up with some wins.
Dude,
I don't think with that game he'll be playoff ready though.
Dude, they look like the worst team in the NFL last week. I'm not even kidding. They might have looked like the worst team in the NFL. We can't go off one game. We can't do it.
We can't. That's why I'm saying like I want to give them more of a chance because like I know they'll do good, but like by potential. For
my predictions at the start of the season, I had the Dolphins finishing with more wins than the Patriots. So I'm gonna keep counting on that, and I'm gonna go.
Now let's say if they lose this game, this is sickening to see.
They're probably cooked. They're probably cooked.
If you're losing to the Patriots, what are you doing?
Well, they're obviously not winning the division if they start 0-2. I mean, everyone says the Bills got that, wraps, right? But you don't have a chance if you start 0-2, probably.
Nah, if the Bills start shitting themselves, I can see a possibility.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen. I don't see it happening.
Yeah. We'll see, because your prediction of next game kind of has it. Oh, never mind. It's next game. It's going to be the next game. It's going to be later. I swear they were next to each other, but never mind.
Yeah, not later.
Okay. Dude, this is a crazy game. Because the 49ers...
Now, here's what I'll say.
The 49ers lost George Kittle and Brock Purdy. Right. And they've never had a wide receiver to even begin with. So...
And this is what I'm saying.
This is the Saints' moment to capitalize on that.
The Saints are like LeBron in the beginning of the season. I don't know why. Like the first 5 games, if they lose one, they'll just start like winning for some reason. I don't know why.
Saints kept it close with the Cardinals. I kind of predicted it to be that way. I thought they were going to be.
I think the Saints are about to go on a hot streak for like 5 games.
Any team that is predicted like unanimously to be the worst team in the league is almost never the worst team. Like they're always kind of frisky. They keep games close. They're never the worst. From what I've experienced. So. If they keep this frisky, if the 49ers fuck around and find out, they're going to find themselves at 1-1. And with their injuries, dude, there's just too many superstars out. And I'm like, man, the Saints are at home. They got to capitalize on this. I think they get it done. And you agree. Moving on. This is the game I was talking about. Because this is an under-the-radar game. I mean, the Jets looked insane on offense against the Steelers last week.
They didn't capitalize though.
Bro, they didn't capitalize, but the Steelers, man, their defense is known to be good and known to be insane.
They know what they were coming for.
And the Steelers didn't look good at all on defense. And again, it's week 1, but this makes it an under the radar game because if that Jets offense repeats and the Bills defense repeats like last week. This could be a really good game. This could be a really good game, dude. And even more insane, your narrative about, the Bills could, there's no way they choke the division, right? You have the Jets. And, I don't think, this is like the longevity of what you think is going to happen. I think maybe the Jets can get them at home as well because of what we've seen. But... They'd already be tied in the division. Could you imagine if the Jets won the division? I mean, that would be... that would break the internet. It doesn't sound real, right? It doesn't sound real. And the Bills need... Dude, the Bills deserve everything that they deserve for beating the Ravens last week. That was an insane comeback. And as much as I think this is a big trap game for the Bills... Like, we've seen after emotional wins like that, a team could kind of implode the next week and lose to an inferior opponent. We've seen it all the time. It's always after, like, a win like that against the Ravens, definitely. So this is a huge trap game. and the Jets don't even look awful. Like, you can't, like, they don't even look bad. They look really good, at least on one side of the ball. And the Jets' defense is also known for being good. So, again, there's a lot of reasons this could be a huge trap game for the Bills. They did too good last week. It was too good of a win. I just can't. I can't predict against them after that kind of win. I can't do it. I'm like, the Bills, they got to win this game, right? Or the narrative is going to instantly change for the Bills.
No. If they lose, it's going to be like
it's going to instantly change. Yeah, it's going to instantly change. So, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't pick that many upsets this week. I applaud you for going against it. Steelers hosting the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks deserved to win against the 49ers last week, but Nick Bosa strip fumbled and lost them the game. They were literally like in the red zone, about to score a touchdown with less than a minute to go. Probably win that game, but again, they fumbled and didn't win. Meanwhile, the Steelers, really close game with the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 4-touchdown game. Offense looked crazy, but the defense looked bad. Seahawks defense looked pretty decent. And I think the Seahawks deserve to win that game. I'm just gonna go with the Seahawks. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I'm not a Steelers hater by any means, but that defense kind of scared me. We can't assume from week 1, but I think the Seahawks just deserve to win. So I'm picking them to win this game. I think they should have a win already. Moving on. We gotta go a little faster because, you know, getting a little behind in time. It's been 20 minutes already. Rams Titans. I got this as a under the radar game as well because the Titans defense looked pretty good against the Broncos, who everyone thought was going to be super good. Again, week 1 stuff. But if the defense kind of handles that like that, I mean, the Rams didn't score a lot of points to win the game last week against the Texans. It was 14-9. I could definitely see this being a very defensive game, right? Especially,
I don't think it's gonna be high scoring. It's probably gonna be like
no, it's not. Especially Matt Stafford is still a little bit riddled with the injury, and a little bit rattled. I don't know. It's just, I think this game's gonna be close. It's gonna be tough to pick the Titans because they're just a losing team. His receivers, Cam Ward didn't even look bad. His receivers just dropped everything that last drive. Didn't even give him a chance to win. O-line looks bad too. I'm gonna go with the Rams, but I again, this is an upset I could see happening. Just because it's probably gonna be low scoring. Alrighty. Cardinals, Panthers. This is a game, I'm gonna say it right here. I don't see the Panthers winning. I don't. Now, the Panthers played the Cardinals pretty good, like last season, and is the reason the Cardinals didn't make the playoffs, pretty much. Knocked them out of the playoff race. Didn't even give them a chance week 18, but the Cardinals... the Panthers just looked so bad. They looked so bad last week against the Jaguars. They looked like they came back to their old ways, last season, where they started, 0-2, 0-3. And their tickets were selling for $2. They just looked so miserable. I'm going with the Cardinals. I'm sorry. Go with the Cardinals.
I kind of just picked it for the upset, to be honest with you.
Yeah. You're picking upsets. We like it. Upsets always happen.
I don't see it happening. I wanted to give it a mix. Yeah, I just wanted to give it.
I don't see it happening. You can prove me wrong. You can go ahead and prove me wrong when it happens. All right.
You don't see it on that team.
Nah, I don't see how. Battle of two horses, Broncos, Colts. This is a good game. Both 1-0. Who knew both of these teams?
This is a really good game. This is a really good game. I think, in my opinion, they're matchup. I think they're equal.
No, we're not.
I think Colts are. I think I picked the Colts here.
No, when you see a team start 2-0. You're like, right. Damn, this team's making the playoffs, right? This team is in great position. But in the past seasons, we have seen the Saints start 2-0. and end up like what 4-13, 5-12. 2 years, and then 2 seasons before that, we saw the Commanders start 2-0 and end up 4-13, 5-12. So there's always a team that you see that starts really hot and then just absolutely gets cooked. And this could be one of those teams. So this is gonna be funny. I'm predicting the Colts. You predicted the Broncos. I'm predicting the Colts to win, but they're gonna get destroyed. Like they're gonna be the team that shuts down later in the season, because I have them going like 4-13, dude. And every season we see a team start hot and then go absolutely cold. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's maybe one of these teams that we're seeing right here. Could be teams like, who else is 1-0? Maybe the Raiders. I don't see it happening, but maybe the Cardinals, maybe the Jaguars, perhaps. But we'll see. You know, there's teams that just got, you know, they got a win. They got a really good win. I mean, Colts look insane though. But let's not act surprised if this is the team that we saw start 2-0 and ended 4-13. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's not be surprised. All right. Super
That's a
Bowl
big
rematch.
game. That's another big-
Super
this is
Bowl
a- this is
rematch.
another
Yep.
big
No matter
game.
what the record is, it's a Super Bowl rematch.
It's a big game, no matter what it is. Like, it doesn't matter if the Chiefs. That's surprising to me. Chiefs lost first game.
This looks really bad for the Chiefs, considering
They're really on a decline. Like they're known for like having those like one score or down to the wire game, but they always prevail. Like they have what
and then we
most
saw
teams
that
don't have.
and then we saw that end in Brazil where the Chargers they were in charge of the entire game. They controlled the whole game. They were up the whole game. Like the Chiefs never even led or tied the game in any way, besides when it was 0-0. So yeah, the Chargers just owned that entire game. There was no moment where they were like, "Oh shit, the Chiefs are coming back." It was kind of crazy, but maybe besides the 3rd and 14, which they just gave up, and they called game. So the Chiefs just did not look good. Obviously, Xavier Worthy got injured immediately from Travis Kelce's arm hitting him, running into him. The team just looks. They look worse than they did the previous years. We've said this before though, and then they're just gonna go on like a 7-1 run, you know. But it feels different this year, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For the Chiefs, and this is not the opponent you want to face when you start 0-1. This is not the opponent. The Super Bowl champions? Are you kidding me? And I don't even think Jalen Carter's getting suspended. So you deal with that defense you did in the Super Bowl. How do you not pick the Eagles? How do you not? How do you not pick the Eagles? You could see the Chiefs getting maybe ref calls or even being a better team, like just kind of squeaking it out. But I don't think the Chiefs are going to blow them out.
They're not. It's gonna be somewhat.
It's either going to be close or it's not going to be
close. Like a 2 to 3 score game. 2-3 score game.
Yeah. Tough for Chiefs.
It's a good matchup as well.
If they start 0-2, that is crazy for the AFC. I'll tell you that. Crazy. Falcons versus Vikings. I think again this is like a example of the Seahawks-Steelers game where a team got out with the win who I didn't think deserved it most of the game, and I think a team deserved the win and just didn't. They didn't get the win. So I'm going to go with the Falcons here.
Right.
J.J. McCarthy looked really good for the second half, but he looked awful the first half. And obviously, it was his first time in the NFL, so there was that learning curve. But, man, he looked really good. He came back against the Bears, who couldn't score again on offense, really, to save their lives. Credit to them. But Falcons are also a good team, and they're probably going to try and win a win this season. So I got Falcons winning away in Minnesota. Buccaneers, Texans. Buccaneers escape with a win. Younghoe Koo lost the game for the Buccaneers. This is another game. I think both teams are good. And any team can win. Egbuka is going to be a star on that wide receiver core for the Buccaneers. They have everything they need to kind of repeat in the division, perhaps make a playoff run. But this is a pretty tough game.
I want the Bucs to win, like especially with this like Texans aren't like a team you can sleep on.
No, you
But
can't. You cannot sleep
still
on the
think-
Texans.
I still think
So
like this will be really close. I don't think the Bucs will come out with this without at least a couple of scrapes. This will be a really close game.
I like it. I've seen the Bucks. I've seen the Bucks lose some games early in the season. They're not supposed to. They also win games. It's a good game. I'm gonna go with the team at home. Give me the Texans.
Yeah.
All right, and we got the final game here, Monday night. Oh wait, these are both Monday night actually. Buccaneers Texans is Monday night. We got a double header here. Chargers Raiders both 1-0. Huge game to lead the AFC West at the end of the week. Who do you think does it? You got the Chargers.
I got the Chargers. Yeah, I just simply think they're a better team.
Yeah, they beat. I mean, they beat the Chiefs. How could you not?
Just that alone, and just by like pure like example, I just think they set a better example, better team than.
Yeah, dude.
Raiders.
Justin Herbert looked insane. Three touchdowns, no
I
picks.
mean, it just shows like the body showed and stuff.
I'm gonna do something crazy.
You're
And
not picking
I'm
Raiders.
going with a little. I'm going a little bit upset.
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
them
yeah.
splitting in the division, but I'm going to have them both winning at home. So I'm going to give the Raiders the home advantage here, and they upset Week 1. You shouldn't even call it an upset because they're both 1-0, but I think people have the Chargers winning more. I think the Raiders do finish like later in the division as the worst team. I think this is just a trap game for the Chargers.
Right.
I mean, they're coming back from Brazil. Going to be tough to win in Nevada there. So, give me the Raiders, and that's going to be our picks. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know your predictions for Week 2 in the comments below. Sorry this was late. It's going to be a very late upload again. But we'll be back next week sooner than later. Enjoy the games, and see you later. HakunaMattata. Like and subscribe. You got anything, Shroud?
No. Have a good
All
day,
right,
y'all.
see you guys.
I'm going.